Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this session, I'm going to give lecture on the second short fiction of third unit of DGBC Foundation English 4. This one, Softball People. This one was written by Stacey Becker. Before moving with the session, subscribe the channel. This writer, Stacey Becker, was a new age writer from America, New York writer is actually a lawyer, okay, corporate lawyer. She wanted to write about the human relationship and the day-to-day encounters of any legal wranglers. And she was an avid blogger. Okay, she wanted to write on the various amusing and thought-provoking topics, which were quite popular, of course. Her writings have got kind of spontaneous expressions of an intelligent and extremely creative. Okay, this work, Southpaw People, was written in the sense of autobiographical work, as the writer, written what she has experienced with the father, and she expressed the bondage, the compassion of her father and how a father acted as a coach as well as a father. Okay, see, since the father wanted to show the extra care to his daughter, he wanted to train his daughter, so he started train his daughter right from her first grade. That is what she has expressed, she was proclaimed in this work. So the game, softball game, she learned from her father because father wanted to teach her. He was a coach actually. At the first grade, she reminded the first day when she was taken for the practice of the game. So when she was in the school, every day end of the school, the softball players were asked to assemble for the game where her father was training, she was coaching, and there were about seven children of her classmates. They came for the game. We could see that how children, okay, they wanted to spend more time in sports and game. That is how she was also doing when she was at the first grade. When she was asked to assemble for the game, she used to ran very quickly to the ground for the game. As you know that sports can teach the people discipline and the way of life and everything. People can learn from the sports. So like that here, everyone were asked to carry their equipments like their balls, bases, bats, helmets. So they have to carry them to the field, to the ground. Okay, that is how these children were taught at their young age itself. Even though her father was the coach for the game, he doesn't let his daughter to play first order. Okay, he doesn't show any partiality in this game. Okay, he treats everyone equally, and he give chance to his daughter only at the last. So once she asked her father why I'm given chance always in the last order, and he wanted to convince his daughter, for which he said very secretly to his daughter, saying that we can't reveal our secret weapon too early in the lineup. He says like this, means like he doesn't want to hurt his daughter, as well as he wanted to be very neutral as a coach. So every day after the game gets over, the coach, the Arthur's father, took every children and offered them ice cream. The father was very proud of seeing his daughter game. Okay, she was playing fantastically, so he was very happy on seeing the game of his daughter. So this is how she learned the softball game, and she started love. Okay, she was very interested. She became very compassionate towards the game because of her father. Now, in the first grade, it was Beer's team. Now it is changed to the Angels, Blue Angels. The apparel got changed, but even in the second grade, father was the coach. Howie, people used to call him Howie Coach, Howie, Howie Coach. Okay, even at the second grade, Howie was coaching the team. He was the leader. He never missed even a single game. But every season, the coach conducted a softball game for parent versus child in order to bring the compassions between the children and the parents. So when she reached the sixth grade, she realized that her father own coach her henceforth because she needs to ship to some other schools. The parents of the children, they've joined together and they've got a gift for the coach Hovey, and he opened the gift and plague inscribed with all the names of the children, okay, whom he trained, whom he coached, and it was Angels 1989. He read the top aloud, okay, and to Coach Hovey. So this is what it was inscribed: Angels 1989, and to Coach Hovey, a little guy with a big heart. We thank you. These are the things were inscribed on the gift. This man, okay, with the tears forming his eyes, and now he couldn't speak, and he says thank you all for this unforgettable memories, a gift. Now the team name, it's a little league which has ended. These children are going to the next school. So when she came to the ninth grade, people used to travel in bus, but she wants her father to drive in a car. She convinced her father so that she could sleep these traveling minutes, the traveling duration for 45 minutes. She could sleep and she could do well in school. So when she came to the high school, there her interest, shifted towards friends and boyfriends, and sometimes she wanted to talk to her family. She wanted to take priority over her family. So the father wants to spend more time with his daughter. Okay, that's why he comes to and talk to her frequently, and he reads newspaper as he could see his daughter. His words could be heard by her daughter, but she asked for the privacy and she wants to close the door when her father was reading. And he also said, like, my voice may annoy you, but you will miss me when you go to college. After a long decision, she wants to, to choose for the college study. She wanted to choose a college. There, she has selected, she wanted to go to Emory. It was a small school, but, very comfortable and convenient environment. But the school is, quite far away. That's why the father was not happy initially. But when she joined there, there was no softball team, so her father asked her to start a new game. So she took a initiative to start a new game, new softball game. So as a junior, she started the softball game club. She was doing well in this, and she shows much interest in this. So she wanted to get the equal numbers from men and women for the game, and of course, many people started liking the game, and people started following they started follow her for the game, for the softball game. So after the huge practice, the neighboring college was looking for competition, and she was asked to play against the neighboring college. And she says, she has been playing softball game for the last 15 years, but this is the game where her father was not there. She missed her father, okay? His father was not there when she was playing. Okay, he was staying away, and she became the captain for the University Emory in her senior year. It was women's varsity softball team for which she became the captain. There were about 17 teammates, okay, and it's a great experience to the girl. She says, my father was very happy. Nobody can be such happier than my father. So she always says that without my father, it is not possible for me to come to this level. And she was reminded with the things which her father was doing. Like if she talks over the phone, he used to ask, who's on the phone. He was asking, like, every father. So after the college, the father used to tell her that whatever you do, but let it be which is close to the home, because your mom cannot be away from you. He wants his daughter to be very close distance. She used to call her father as coach frequently. Though he was a father, she used to call him as a coach, because he only trained her, he only coached her. So when she was staying in college, she used to talk to her father over the phone call, and she said, our home, I'll be coming back after my college gets over. I'll stay close to our home. And after that, she was looking at the father's photo, her parents, in which the father looks, tired and old. Okay, that shows that father became older. And after that, she, going for that practice for the softball game. There, she was working hard for the game. when she thinks back her past, it's a very big journey from the first grade to the present. Okay, so for this much of success, because of her father, she mentioned that because of my father I could see come to this much level. Of course it's a big blessing, extra blessing for me, because he is my father as well as my coach. He was there as a coach for a few years. So now he cannot coach her, but she says, though he doesn't coach me now, he's my father forever. He's my dad always. So this story, this short fiction, okay, is completely talks about the compassion, the love bondage between daughter and the father. Okay, though the father was the coach, the father wants to be neutral and he treated everyone as long as he was coaching his daughter. Okay, when she comes to the different schools and colleges and where he guides her from away, right? And finally this girl succeeded in her life as a softball player, and finally she registered that because of her father it was able to do she was able to success. With this, the story gets over. Thanks for listening. Subscribe the channel.